guys, thank y'all for coming and tuning in with me to Polish with T. Hello to all my beautiful ladies and to all of my handsome men. Yes, I am doing the most highly requested video, the things that many people have been asking me to do for forever. We are going to do a brow tutorial. Yes. So, if you want to keep learning how to slay these brows, then stay tuned because I got you. We finna get right into this video. So, first things first, what you will need is you will definitely need some type of spoolie brush. I'm using a spoolie brush that came in a kit that I have with BH Cosmetics. But you don't have to use that type. Anything that has a brush on the end that can help you to straighten out your eyebrows before you get started will be helpful, so you will need that. Secondly, you will need some type of powder, pencil, or brow pomade. Today I'm going to be using a brow pomade to do my eyebrows. Next, you will need a angled brush. You can use any type of angled brush that you would like. I have this one by EcoTools. You can pick this brush up at Walmart. It usually comes in a kit with about 3 or 4 other brushes, and it's no more expensive than like $10. So that's good. And I've had this brush for over a year now, and it's still been holding up. So it's a pretty good brush. I also have a different brush from my BH Cosmetics line as well, and it's just another angled brush. I actually like the EcoTools brush better than this BH Cosmetics brush, and the BH Cosmetics brush may be considered to be better quality, but I don't think so. And then the last thing that you'll need, of course, is some type of concealer. I have a concealer here that I love, and I'm going to share that with y'all when it's time to get to that portion of the video. However, you definitely need a concealer. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get started first with brushing our brows up. So I like to brush the ones directly right here in the front of my brow straight up. And then the rest of them, I just like to kind of brush up and then like follow my arch. So I brush up and then brush to the side to help them lay down. We just do that on both sides. Like such, like such. Okay. Y'all, this hair, y'all. This hair. Okay. So, my eyebrows look a mess, as y'all can see, but guess what? That's gonna change. So, that's what we're gonna do. As you can see, I have my my short hairs right here in the front. They're sticking directly up, and then the rest of them I brushed up, and then I brushed down to follow the arch of my my original eyebrows. So secondly, what we're gonna do, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I have combination skin, which means that some of my areas in my face are a little bit oily at times, and then other areas in my face are always dry. And so if you have combination skin like me, then I can recommend a lot of products to you, because I have tested and tried millions of products, and only a few work for me. So if you have combination skin, listen to what I tell you, because a lot of the things that I use will help you. You won't have to do what I did, okay? So, sometimes, depending on the time of year, like during the winter, my eyebrows, they get really dry and they get really flaky. So, it's not quite the winter time yet, but if it was, I would definitely condition my eyebrows after I have brushed them, or sometimes before. I'll put like maybe like some lotion or a primer or something like that in my eyebrows. Not nothing that's gonna make them too moist, but just something so that it's not flaky, if that makes sense. But like I said, since it's not winter time, we're not gonna do that right now. So what we are gonna do next is I'm going to take my brow pomade, and today I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Ebony. Y'all can see that. Y'all take y'all screenshots if you need it. We're going to be using that, and I will also link I'll put all of the information as to the products that I'm using in the description box below. So don't feel like you have to screenshot if you don't need to. I mean, you can look at it down there. And at this time, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush, my angle brush that I was telling y'all that y'all need. And this actually, like I was telling you guys, it came in a kit. So if they still sell it on the website, I will link the brush set in the description box below, so that you can click on it and purchase it if you like. I do love BH Cosmetics. However, I just think that the EcoTools angled brush is better than this brush. But it still works and gets the job done. So let's get into it. So I just simply get a little bit on my brush at a time. Like I literally just tap it in here because this stuff is very pigmented. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And I start right here at the beginning of my brow very lightly, and I create a line. And as y'all can see, that's not like perfect. So sometimes I just like wipe it off and I just keep going. And I follow the line of my brow. Now I will say this, because I know that everybody does not have a natural brow line. Some people don't have brows at all, and that's fine. We can work with that. However, you do have hair on your faces. You do. So sometimes we have to create an arch, and that's fine. And a lot of times that's more fun because you get to create the exact brow look that you like. And instead of starting from the beginning, if that's you, you want to start from the middle of your brow. You want to start from the middle of your brow and draw a line, and that'll help you figure out like where to bring the line at in the front, if that makes sense. And I'll probably show y'all on this brow when we get over here, so it'll make a little bit more sense. But for the sake of this brow, we're going to start at the beginning, and we're going to work our way all the way to the end. And I like to extend mine a little bit because my brow actually stops right here, but I like to extend mine out. I like my brow a little bit longer. And as you continue to play with it, and as you continue to fill in your brows, you'll start to realize what looks better on you, what you like better, and things like that. So once I do that, I just like to kind of like come right here in the front and flick up, like just flick it, because it makes it look like I have little bitty hairs right there. And then I just do that all the way throughout my brow. Like such, like such. Feel these brows in, see? Okay. And then I just do that so that the line down there is not so harsh, y'all. Because I don't like harsh lines. I don't. If I see you and your brows got harsh lines and I don't say nothing to you, don't think I ain't thinking nothing in my head, because I am. I'm like, dang, that line is real harsh. She knows she could have blended it. But, okay. So that's what we're going to do. So then at the top, I do the same thing. I just dab into the product just a little bit. As y'all can see, I just tap and look at all that. That was very pigmented. So you don't need a lot. And you just, this in the top, y'all. On the top, I don't start at the front on the top, because I don't want that harsh line that I was just telling y'all about. So I start about right here, right in the middle, right before my arch goes up or anything. I start right there, and I very lightly follow the arch of my brow. And as y'all can see, my eyebrows toe up. I need them waxed, actually. But I purposely did not wax them because I want y'all to see that you do not have to have freshly waxed, freshly threaded, freshly arched brows to slay these brows, okay? Now, after this video, though, I'm going to get my eyebrows done. But I did this for learning purposes, that you don't have to do that. And right now I just dipped a little bit of the product on my brush, and I just put it directly into my brow, just to darken it up a little bit. And I'm just dispersing the product throughout my brow on this end. And y'all, this is the fun part, because it doesn't have to be perfect right now, because that's what the concealer is for. The concealer is going to clean it up and make it look all nice and professional. So at this point, the beginning of my brow, what I want to do is I'm just going to do this. I'm brushing this way. I'm brushing in the opposite direction of the way my eyebrows lay. So I'm taking my brush. I haven't put any more product on the brush, and I'm just brushing it this way. And then once I brushed it that way and got a little bit of the product over there, that's when I take my brow pencil and I continue to, I haven't put any more product on here. I'm just trying to drag this line closer to the front. And if you need to put a little bit of product, which I'm going to do just a little bit, just to make that line a little bit more defined, then you can. Okay, and you want to get it to as thick as you like it. I don't like my brows super thick, y'all. I don't. But I know some of y'all do. So to each his own. Okay. So this look hideous right now. I know it do. I know. But it's all good. So what I'm going to do now is going to take my other angled brush, my EcoTools brush. And I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on this brush. And I am using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Defining High Definition Concealer in the color Warm Honey. You can find this at your local beauty supply store. I don't know about y'all's Walmart, but my Walmart here has them as well. Sometimes you can find them at Ulta. However, they are priced a little bit higher at Ulta. They used to be $2.99, y'all. I guess we done, in this beauty community, done made it a big thing. So now they have went up to $4.99. But this is it. Okay, guys. So when we're doing this, keep in mind that just depending on the look that you're going for, sometimes on the lower brow bone area here, I would use a concealer that's about 1 to 2 shades lighter than my natural skin tone, because it just gives me a nice brow bone highlight. But I always use a flesh tone color on the top, because I don't like that flashback that you get when you try to take a picture and you see that white right up in here. We don't do that. We don't like that. That can come from two things. It can come from you using a concealer that's too light for you, or you forget to set your powder, your brows with a powder. And sometimes the translucent powder that we choose to use is a little bit too bright for our skin tone. So we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our other angled brush and we're going to just put a little bit of the product right on the sides of each side of the brush. And I'm going to show y'all why in a second. And then like I did the brow pomade, I'm just going to follow this line down here at the bottom. Just going to follow that line. And this is the part, you guys, where you clean it up. If it's too thick for you, go into that brown and blend it over it. Like, you want to really make it as thin as you want it. You want to cover up any crooked lines that you have created with the brow pomade. And then at the top, we're going to do the same thing, you guys. And at the top, I make my brush completely flat against my forehead. And I just use the angled part as like a guide to keep a straight line like this. And if you need to get some more product, please do. And as y'all can see, I'm thinning this out a little bit because it's too thick for me. And remember, guys, brows are sisters, not twins. So they're not going to look 100% exactly alike, okay? It's just not going to happen because, for one, they are completely different. So once you've done that, you're going to take your blending brush and we're just going to blend this product out before it dries on us. And I'm just going in circular motions to blend this product out, honey. Blend, blend, blend. Blending is life, y'all. Everything can be changed with a nice blend. Okay? Blend it out. Blend it all out. Blend it all out. Okay. And then you look at your brows and see how closely related they are. If they're too far off, you want to do some corrections. If they're like pretty much the same, it's probably as good as you're going to get. So I see that this brow over here is longer than this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit more of my brow pomade and I'm just going to extend this line over here very lightly. And then I'm going to take my concealer brush and I'm just going to clean that back up. Just clean it back up, you guys. And then I'm going to blend. Blend it all out. And then, you guys, the last thing that I do is I take my spoolie brush that we use in the beginning to brush our brows up. And I just go back through my brows and I brush it up right here. And I just kind of like, you know, get that excess product out and kind of like help evenly disperse it throughout the brow. And I do that on the foot. And that concludes the brow tutorial, you guys. If you like to see something and this didn't help you and you want me to do it again, if you want me to add some things that I may not have covered, leave all of that information down in the comments below. Also, I am doing a full face tutorial next, so be on the lookout for that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know any other things that y'all would like to see me do videos on. Thank you, and y'all be blessed.